Hello, my name is Nelson Delgado. I'm an energy psychologist in Mississauga, Ontario. In this video for the Meetup members of the group Healing, Knowing, and Growing and the March Challenge, I'll be covering the challenges subsequent to the last one, and we'll start with the world context. When we look at the world right now, we can see certain types of um, survival rebellion energies going on everywhere. I'll first start with the world context. When we look at the world right now, you can see a lot of um, specific challenges everywhere, especially to do with burnout, martyrdom, um, dishonor in terms of communication, um, extreme doubt, issues regarding AI deepfakes, and things like that. So, for example, in many industries, especially healthcare and the service sectors, there's experiencing of burnouts and labor strikes. People are exhausted, feeling unsupported, and questioning systems that no longer feel fair. This mirrors the shadow challenges of GK40 and 37. When support systems fail, people feel forced to carry everything alone. But the deeper evolutionary lesson here is learning healthy boundaries and welcoming mutual support. At the same time, we're also living in an era of information overload and AI-generated media, where it's increasingly difficult to know what's real. This activates the shadow patterns of doubt and confusion, which are the where the sun and earth are positioned, or where the sun and earth was positioned um, during the full moon time when there was the challenge between gene key 63 and 64. 63 being the challenge of doubt and 64 being the challenge of confusion. Our minds are constantly trying to make sense of overwhelming information. And emotionally, we're seeing rising polarization and sensitivity in public conversations. People feel unheard, misunderstood, and dishonored, which mirrors the shadow patterns of gene keys 22 and 47. So collectively, humanity is learning something profound, how to move from fear and reaction to clarity, compassion, and grace. There's a movie that beautifully reflects this journey, and it's called Everything, Everywhere, All at Once. In this story, the main character becomes overwhelmed by infinite possibilities, confusion, doubt, and emotional strain. Her family relationships feel fractured. Life feels chaotic. But the breakthrough moment in the film comes when she chooses something unexpected. Instead of trying to control everything, she chooses kindness and compassion. And that single shift transforms the entire story. This is exactly what these specific challenges invite us to do. And here's the heart challenge. The first transformation involves gene key 37 and gene key 40. These govern family, tribe, and emotional agreements. Their shadows appear as weakness, feeling unsupported, exhaustion, carrying too much responsibility. Many people experience this as what I call care pressure, a heavy feeling in the chest, a sense that you must keep everything together for everyone else. But when these energies evolve, they become equality and resolve. Equality means relationships feel mutual, no scorekeeping, no resentment. And resolve means that what is yours to carry and what is not yours to carry. This shift allows the heart to express its highest frequency, tenderness. Here's the mind challenge for this. Gene key 63 and 64, which affect the pineal gland or the center of the brain. These key challenges describe how we process uncertainty. In the shadow, the mind becomes trapped in doubt, confusion, overthinking. You might notice this as mental spirals, trying to analyze every outcome, trying to force certainty. But the gift of these challenges is not certainty. It is curiosity. When doubt evolves, it becomes inquiry. When confusion evolves, it becomes imagination. And suddenly, the mind stops fighting uncertainty and it just begins exploring it. The emotional challenge here is the third transformation, and that involves our emotional field. And the emotional field is actually the level or layer below the mental field in our what people would call aura or quantum biofield. The two challenges here are gene key 22 and 47. These key challenges are deeply connected to emotional sensitivity and dignity. The shadow appears as feeling dishonored, emotional withdrawal, or defensive reactions. Many people experience this as tension in the throat or chest, a feeling of, I'm not safe to be fully seen. But when these energetic signatures evolve, something beautiful happens. Dishonor transforms into graciousness, and emotional oppression transforms into transmutation. Pain becomes wisdom, and the heart expresses its highest frequency, which is grace. Here are some self-reflective questions for this challenge. Number one, where in my relationships do I feel pressure to maintain harmony by overgiving? Number two, when uncertainty appears in my life, do I try to control the outcome or can I stay curious long enough for clarity to emerge? And number three, when I feel emotionally misunderstood, do I close my heart or can I respond with grace? These questions help us notice our emotional authority signals, the subtle body responses that guide wiser decisions. Here's a realignment practice. When you feel triggered this week, try this simple reset. Pause, place one hand on your heart. Take 5 slow breaths. If you need to do this now, pause the video. Then ask yourself one gentle question. What might I not yet see here? This small shift moves the nervous system from fear to curiosity, and curiosity is where transformation begins. As these specific gene key challenges evolve together, something powerful happens. The heart learns tenderness instead of sacrifice, the mind learns curiosity instead of control, and the emotional field of one's consciousness learns grace instead of defense. When that happens, the heart becomes a reliable compass, and the mind begins imagining possibilities instead of fearing the future. This is the deeper purpose of this challenge, not perfection, but learning to trust the quiet intelligence of a regulated heart. In the meantime, for the members of the group, I'll include more information below. Thank you very much for being here. And remember, sometimes the most powerful transformation begins with a single moment of curiosity, tenderness, and grace. If this message resonated with you, feel free to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching. God bless you all on your journey moving forward.